Deveka Rose is accused of the manslaughter of her 4 sons, twins Kyson and Bryson, 4, and 3-year-old twins Leighton and Logan after a devastating house fire in December 2021. Kyson and Bryson, 4, with 3-year-old twins Leighton and Logan. Kyson and Bryson, 4, with 3-year-old twins Leighton and Logan. A mum accused of killing her 4 young sons left them alone to pop to the shops when a fire broke out, the Old Bailey has heard. Deveka Rose was charged with 4 counts of manslaughter after a fire tore through the ground floor of her mid-terrace house in Sutton, South London, killing twin brothers Kyson and Bryson, 4, and 3-year-old twins Leighton and Logan. The court heard the 4 children died after a discarded cigarette or upturned tea light sparked a blaze. Prosecutor Kate Lumsden KC told the court the boys died in a fire surrounded by rubbish and human excrement after their mother left them home alone. At about 6:30 p.m. on December 16, 2021, she left the children unattended at the house in Collingwood Road and went to Sainsbury's, jurors were told. While she was away, neighbours realised the house was on fire and could hear the children were inside and the door was shut, Ms. Lumsden said. She told jurors, a neighbour kicked in the door, but the fire had taken hold to the extent that it was impossible to enter. The fire brigade were called. Many units attended. Using appropriate protective clothing and breathing apparatus, firemen put out the fire and entered the house. The boys were pulled from the fire, but died in hospital. The boys were pulled from the fire, but died in hospital. Deveka Rose is accused of manslaughter. Deveka Rose is accused of manslaughter. They found the 4 boys under a bed in the upstairs front room. They were limp and unconscious. Firemen noted that there was rubbish all over the floor of the house and human excrement. There was a mattress and a door on the stairs. Attempts to save the children were made. Traffic will be banned from London's Oxford Street under plans announced by the Mayor, Sadiq Khan, using new powers from Labour to push through long-thwarted pedestrianisation of the capital's famous shopping strip. Khan said urgent action was needed so that the mile-long street could, once again, become the leading retail destination in the world. The Deputy Prime Minister, Angela Rayner, is expected to sign off a proposed mayoral development area, giving greater powers to Khan as he revives the plans he first laid out in 2017. The news was met with dismay by Westminster Council, which blocked the previous plan amid businesses and residents' concerns over rerouting buses, and whose own £90m, shovel-ready, regeneration plans for the street may now be superseded. Politicians and retailers have for years sought to breathe new life into a street whose renown and cultural position on the most expensive side of the monopoly board has long been at odds with a down-at-heel reality, even before the proliferation of shops selling American candy and dubious souvenirs. A 1960s plan to carry shoppers via a travelator, and a 1970s scheme for a track carrying cars on air cushions failed to take off. Traffic has been incrementally limited since proposals for pedestrianisation under the former London Mayor Ken Livingstone were knocked back 2 decades ago. Now, under the new plans and almost a century after horse and carts were banned in an attempt to end slow-moving traffic, the red double-decker buses and black cabs that queue down Oxford Street would be rerouted elsewhere. Buses and cabs on Oxford Street. Double-decker buses and black cabs that queue down Oxford Street would be rerouted elsewhere. Photograph, Nick Savage Ulami. Khan maintains that a pedestrianised street would enjoy increased footfall and spending, and generate increased tax revenue. He said, Oxford Street was once the jewel in the crown of Britons.